Sheikh. Oh, okay.
Okay, we are live.
All right.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're joining us from. It's Opinion Sharers, and my name is Paul. And with me in this afternoon is Dr. Bolutifel Wadele from Calgary, Canada. And if you can see
Good
what's on the
morning
screen,
from here, everyone.
you're welcome, sir. If you
Thank
can
you.
see what is sliding on the screen, you see we'll be talking about the. I think we have the wrong thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, trending news in Nigeria.
Oh,
In Nigeria, there's always something trending. I guess maybe not just in Nigeria, every society nowadays, every society has something that is trending, especially with the advent of new technology and social media. So we'll be looking at some of the things that have been trending over the week or couple of weeks since we were not here last week. So, Dr. Bolu, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. I'm
Okay,
trying to share the link.
okay, let's do. I'm also trying to do the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Oops. No. So, Dr. Bolu, can you recall some of those things that has come through your field that is trending in the past few days or week?
Uh, Nigeria is always a basic country, a lot of things. Politics
Okay.
mainly. Then I think there were some appointments, and the one that triggered me was that of Ayo Fayoshi, our former governor, as the chairman of Rural Electrification Board.
Okay.
Opinion have differed on that. Some say it was a bit an insult for him that having been a former governor to be just a chairman of Rural Electrification Board. Others said, oh, they were bringing out what he said earlier on, that he was not going to take any appointment from APC government, that rather than work with them or take appointment, he will sit down in his house. So as at this moment, I am not sure whether he has accepted or he has rejected it. So some people believe that he was going to reject it. I saw a lot of posting, a lot of receipts people were sharing, where he said he was not going to work with APC government, that he will not accept being made a minister or whatever, whatever. So
They
as
should
at this
forgive our
moment,
governor.
I am not
He was
sure.
asleep.
Huh?
I said they
Yeah,
should forgive our governor. He was asleep.
Abi is no matter how much he has, by now he should be getting a bit broke. So you need to renew so much infrastructure. So, and I particularly like, I even wanted to write, but I don't know, I was lazy. Because this is a governor who likes to sit down with guys at Okpany Junction. So, rural electrification will be a good opportunity for him to interact
Honestly,
more with
it would
rural
be.
areas, with rural
Yeah,
people.
but I'm wondering why you said it was a bit triggering.
His brother was Isaac, they would never see eye to eye. Was of the opinion that the appointment was belittling to his brother. That is this what they can do for him? I mean, that if you want to even appoint him as a governor, former governor, at least you should not give him something less than a minister or something like that. So maybe some juicy board, not just some insignificant appointment like rural electrification board and all that. So yeah, I think I read that one too. So those are the kind of thing. And some people are even saying because prior to that, there was a time that his brother complained, Isaac Fayoshe complained that he has spent his money, he has done a lot for Peter Obi, and that one not even come to say thank you to him. We later learned that had to visit him. Some conspiracy theories are saying, okay, maybe it's a way of showing gratitude to the elder brother by giving him the appointment so that they don't want to be like Peter Obi was not appreciating his younger brother Isaac. So a lot of other friends were coming up who are just saying all those things. So that
Yeah,
was me. I think there were 18 or so apartments, but I think it was one that generated much controversy.
Cloud.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, for me personally, I do not feel triggered about it. Even though I agree with some of the opinion that it might be, probably too low for him. You've been a minister, I mean, a governor for twice, and then you are now taking the position of a DG of a government
Not DG,
parastatal.
chairman of board. It's not DG. It's the
Chairman.
chairman of the
Okay.
board. Yeah, not DG.
That's probably a non-executive position now.
It's a non-executive position.
Not just, not just.
It's just something for the boys.
Well, maybe Uncle is becoming broke a little bit, like you said. but well, it's also probably giving him some kind of relevance. Having been in power, I mean, out of power for a while, even though he has been from time to time, he has been in the news. You know,
Yeah, it's active. It's always active in the news. So
he's always active. Giving some kind of opinion, and I kind of like that about him. Even though some of those opinions, one would say maybe such opinions would have been quieted, but it is a democracy now. So now the one that I saw really that I tried to follow a little bit was the one of Isaac Fayoshe, the one where people were calling him out. The obedience were actually calling him out, say they saw his leg where they were singing or your mandate.
yeah, he said he had a meet. He met with Sheyi Tinubu and they had some conversation. So and I think he now complained that all the time he has been supporting Peter Obi, nobody appreciated him. Now that because
Yeah.
they saw him to Yina, it's like then they are complaining that he has spent his money, used his hotel and other things um, to campaign vigorously for Peter Obi, but there was even no single thank you.
Yeah, said Obi's son never come to say thank you to him. So, but Sheyi Tinubu
Obisa has
came.
not been involved, to the best of my knowledge. Obi's family actually has not been involved with his presidential move. Alandis wife doesn't even stay in Nigeria also. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, I think I stumbled on that somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, they will come back home. They'll be Jakpada when and if he wins.
Yeah, that's normal.
Because they will need it, he will need them. I'm assuming, you know. Anyway, the other thing that caught my attention over the week was the expansion of the Nigerian army from, I think, from 8 regional headquarters to now 12 regional headquarters,
So
and
you know, it's not called regional; it's division. They are called division.
division. Okay. Well, division in their own non-political term, but in our own political term, I think we should be free to we should be free to call it region. I mean, is it not
Well,
region?
that has been the established protocol. I mean
Okay.
division. So and it has existed even before, like almost like that, before when after the 1966, Nigeria became 12 states, from 12 to 19, and on until we get to 36. But army division has always been there like
Mm.
that for a long time. Just they are now kind of further decentralizing it. So I wouldn't subscribe to the word regional.
Mm.
So, but their terminology is
Okay,
division.
I
So
hear
yeah.
you. All right, I agree with you. Now, my question to you would be, why do you think the government, I mean, the president is expanding this division? Why the
Well, one thing,
expansion? Why the increase from 8 to 10? I mean to 12, and
to
then
12.
I can see reason for the recruitment of 28,000 additional army, but I'm just wondering why not maintain the status quo and increase the number.
Okay, if you are recruiting more into the army, and you are expanding you are narrowing the span of control by each division, because the division control all armies under it. Now that they are 12, you can spread those guns. Their training, their all this thing will be a bit more manageable. The span of control for GOC, which is General Officer Commanding a division, will reduce, and that can also create more efficiency than before. Remember also that the issue of security is very paramount at this, insecurity
Mm,
rather, is very paramount
yeah,
at this period. So the more
yeah.
that the more an environment, an area that a GOC can command, the better for him in terms of logistics, in terms of materials, and in terms of proper management and efficient management. So, in that regard, I don't see anything wrong in breaking it further, so that the smaller it is, the better it is to manage than when it is humongous and big. So
Mm.
that would be my ideas. About that. Though I may not know the reason behind it, but it's all good for more efficiency, lesser span of control, and more manageable resources all around.
Okay. All right. I guess taking it further from there, I would want to know your opinion because I think we've not had a show since the Ibadan or your schoolgirls or school children were released
Well, rescue
or
now.
rescued rather is the appropriate word. So I want to take your, analysis and follow up from. We spoke about when they were kidnapped, but we didn't get the chance to talk on the show about when they were released. So do you think probably the government is also preparing? That's why they are expanding the scope in terms of division and recruiting more army.
Yeah, the insecurity issue has also triggered the need to recruit more. They need more resources to be able to combat insecurity. Even before
Mm,
the kidnap, the move has been on, actually eliciting people, literally begging people to come and enlist in the army. They needed more people in the army. Also, don't forget terrorists has killed a lot of our army officers and our soldiers. So they have
mm,
to kind of replace those ones. And because the insecurity is spreading also, they need to beef up their resources more. So that one is in order. But there is something that is a bit intriguing or a bit unusual about this particular rescue. What we learned, uh, what it is true, completely true, is that through intelligence, they were able to discover the names of the mastermind, those who go in between, maybe those who supply them food and all that. So they were able to get them,
mm,
excuse me, and they went to their family, their friends, they discovered their family members, their business associates, and they arrested them
mhm,
and arrested those guys. And just like they were using the principal to make video, they made them to call them and to make video, and said,
mm,
okay, fine. If anything happened to any of those in their captivity, they will wipe off their family. And I think from what we learned, they showed them where they gathered them on video and they saw them. I said, okay, what do you want in exchange? Release those in your captivity unarmed. Make sure not. By that time, they've killed two people. They've killed two teachers, one principal and another teacher had been killed already. So they now asked them that they should not. If any person dies, single person dies rather, that they were going to wipe off their family. I think that kind of sent a panic into their midst, and they had to say, okay, fine, we are going to release. So, but they I think what they did was they took them to where they suitable for the security that came to able to collect them and all that. So it's not as if the kidnappers or whatever, hand over hand to hand. But the problem we also learned they arrested some of them, which very quickly, less than 2 weeks,
Yeah.
they've been given life imprisonment. I said, oh, so justice can be this
that,
fast in Nigeria.
that can happen in Nigeria.
It was as if somebody came to collect injunction for election, the election should not vote. I said, oh, wow. So when
I
we
was
want to work,
surprised.
we work. Then we also learned that many of the others were also exterminated in the bush, as it were. Those ones, we may not know the number. I think it has become a kind of classified information. We don't know, but just they were neutralized. I think that's the language they were using, that they were neutralized. And being neutralized is such mean that they were pie. I mean, according to Sri language, they pie some of them. And they arrested the other. And those that are arrested have been given life imprisonment. And some people are still crying blue murder. How can those who kill two notable person can, why are they not giving them death sentence? Most death sentence, take a long time, because most of the time you need a governor to sign those warrants to kill. And to the best of my knowledge, in recent times, an average governor has neatly removed his hand from signing death warrant for anybody. So I think, so but again, I know why people are complaining, because given the precedence of so-called repentant, terrorists, that this guy they give life imprisonment now, 2 years, and we can also hear that, because they have become of good behavior, they have decided to release them to rehabilitate them back into the society. So that's why people are thinking, why life imprisonment? Just kill them and let them go. So if you kill them, but then
so we know it's minus the number from the possibility of people that might go back to the bush.
Yes, but when you even pass a death sentence, it takes a sitting governor to approve before you can execute. And like
why
I
not
said,
the president?
Most governors are very reluctant at doing that.
Why not the president? Why governor?
Because jurisdictional wise, when a crime is committed in a state, is the governor of that state that any warrant for killing, death sentence, is the governor of the state that we are sent to it. And that's the procedure.
I learned that these guys were taken to Abuja immediately.
Yes, that usually it's a good avenue to. They were like heroes in a way. They were heroes who survived being killed. Like they would say in Yoruba, "Awodi oku ewu, ewu neki pawodi." So if they were like Awodis, that the fire did not consume them. So a government wants to show some kind of sensitivity to the people, to the century. It's a symbolic gesture that, we saw you, we knew what happened to you, and we empathize with you as our citizens. So it's a gesture, political gesture. I mean, emotional gesture for them. So
But what's your take on the approach? Whereby they use tit for tat. You arrest our people, you kidnap people, so we go and arrest, and take more like kidnap your own family too and make you beg to release them.
I remember, if you recollect, I wrote the poem, all this my sarcastic poem, Tanfeku, some times ago. I think it was during COVID. Nobody wants to
Yeah,
die.
yeah. I was surprised. I thought these guys would not want to. They don't care about death. They don't care about the death of their family members. So they
Why would they not
actually,
care about the death of their family? They
so,
may
but what
have
about
signed for.
doing
They
those?
may have
What about
signed.
doing that to other people's family?
You see, they say somebody that killed doesn't want to you to even see a sword near him. Uh, they are human
That's
beings. They have blood flow in them. Some of the most of their family members, maybe somebody who's in the bush for something to make money. Uh, they see us who went for a hustle and has a wife and children at home.
They also send money home.
And so because from the
Wow.
Lajas, it's like when you uh the Yoruba proverb, Yoruba is Todeba Roja.
Kolomiyanje.
So they were in the beach for so many days, to cater for their family. So they will not want their family to die.
Wow.
Blood is thicker than water. It shows they are human. It shows they are human. They have
So
feelings.
it means we all have weaknesses eventually.
Of course, if you are human, you have family. It's different from when you don't have a family. So all these people, they have family, they have wife. Some of them, when they come back from that operation, they make more money. They marry new wife. So to celebrate their success, in quote.
So let's. I want us to do a little bit of more like an academic analysis here. The what do you think about the sort of like an unorthodox methodology? Don't you consider it unorthodox?
What is unorthodox?
That
When there is a problem, there must be a solution. So to kidnap somebody and put them in the bush is orthodox.
No, it's not orthodox.
We're laughing over now. We use craze to cure craze.
That one street language now.
We're laughing over it. I don't see it as being unorthodox. I see as if the question is, why haven't they done this before? Why they do this for Chibok and Dapchi? Why did they do this to me? It was ingenuine. It was a simple solution. Think about it.
So does does it give us more like a reason to doubt or to question the military leaders and the government leaders during the kidnap of the Chibok girls, which took years probably, and was very, very loud across the world, and probably only a few of them were known to have been released. Majority of them probably became wives and girlfriend and cook and all of that for those people in the bush.
It was very clear. They are research and documentary empirical evidences that there was internal sabotage. So there are people who are recordable agents who are serving both the government and terrorists. When government is planning action, they leak it to the terrorist commanders. So it was easy for them. It became difficult, very complicated to win the war because of internal sabotage. So again, it's a matter of money exchanging hands.
So this particular one, I learned that there are men that were drawn, including from the office of the is it security advisor or something, so there were top men and it was top secret, and perhaps that gives it the kind of success that we eventually saw. Even though they were in captive for probably close to 2 months, I think
56 days.
56 days. So that's almost 2 months. So now, Do you also think, there are people who say, okay, what if it had happened in the north? Will the government have taken this seriously?
Well, don't forget also before we go there that this was more like a joint action. The DSL, the army, the police, even the newly inaugurated the Ruekun. Sunday Buho went there. We saw him patrolling with drones and all that. They all contributed to all these things. So it's not
Well,
joint patrol. And we
the
still also have the
representative.
joint patrol also, sorry. Even in Borno State now, we have JTV, joint civilian patrol, made of local hunters and all those things. They have always been there. It is a matter of will, political will to want to do the right thing. So it doesn't matter whether it is in the north or in the south. If there is cooperation across board, if there is good information, logistic management, it's something that can be achieved. Like I said, that kind of idea can also be extended to other places. They provided those that if they are mercenaries that are fighting alongside the commanders who may not have family around here, so who are you going to arrest? So because those guys have family, and even the latest one I heard that one of the local obas was arrested 2 or 3 days ago now because investigation was saying that was complicit in the kidnap of those children. Of course, there's a theory that there could not be a thief from outside if there is no a thief from within.
From within,
So
yeah.
So what made Chibok very terrible was the internal sabotage within the military, especially. So there are some military informants to the terrorists who are giving the terrorists an update. Even when some gallant soldiers with their commanders, they want to go and fight, they ambush them and kill them because somebody leaked the logistic to the terrorists. So that's that. So yeah. But for government, when government wants to work, they work. They choose to work.
Indeed. I learned that they were rounded, they were surrounded all across, from the north, from Ilori, all across. They were surrounded, so they couldn't cross to across the Niger.
Yeah, because there was some intelligence they wanted to take them to the north and all that, and that bush, the forest rather extended up to Benin Republic. So, and if you understand those houses very well, when you go to your north, there's a place in Kokayama, you go to all those Shaki area, it bursts out in kanji, those kanji of those days. So there is a network of road around there, that link up the cut across Oyo, Kwara, Kebi, Sokoto area. So I applied those rules in the 80s anyway.
Okay. Wow. Anyway, moving on from that, I want us to also talk about this Iyalakara. I saw a small interview where the president said the first lady, the Iyalakara.
But that's some weeks ago.
That's some weeks ago.
You didn't read my article I wrote the other version. I say justice for Lord Jojo. So why are they talking about Alakara? They are not talking for Lord Jojo. You see, because only Ekiti are 80 of Jojo. That's why they are not mentioning of Jojo.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, maybe Ekiti people may have coined the name or called their own name. Doesn't mean that other people are not eating Ojojo, which may not be called Ojojo. Ojojo was made with Isuru, right? No, Isuru. It was
Ewura.
Ewura.
What I am. Yeah,
what I
it's
am.
the same thing that Jebu used to make ikokore. So
Ikokore, yeah.
yeah, it's the same yam. What I am.
Yeah. So what do you make of that? Does it mean that he spinned the whole story?
No, I even wrote. I think I wrote an article. Then I wrote all this my pidgin article. Two articles actually I wrote about that.
Yeah, I think I saw one of it in our group that was so funny to me. I read a little bit of it, not all of it.
Yeah, the thing is this. What I think the idea behind it is this, and I understand the response is because people are angry. So people are hungry and hungry. What he's saying is that there are some micro businesses that they give grant to, and those grants, these are non loans. That with those grants, even 50,000 or 100,000, they can start something. Somebody frying akara, somebody roasting corn. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you look at what is the capital outlay do they need? That if you give such a person or somebody that is, I think which one who is selling kuli kuli, if you give a 50,000 naira grant or 100,000 naira grant, and that person uses judiciously, that the person will survive. Me, it's like microeconomy. So you
Yeah, I
say
mean,
more so, this is not a loan, this is a grant, meaning that
yeah,
you are not
you
going to
don't
pay
have to
back.
pay back. Yeah.
So you use it to develop the business. Of course, we
Mm-hmm.
also know that not everybody will diversion. You can't stop that.
Of
So
course.
if you give it to a man, many men will use it for other things. Use it to marry another wife. Look, look. If you give it to women will use. Of course, women will use it more for. Usually, when it comes to such money, women are better off than in managing money
Yeah.
than men. I'm not putting
Yeah.
men under the bus.
So
So,
I think,
so I think what they are
well,
saying, like
it
they
is
felt it was ridiculing them. She was ridiculing them and trivializing the hardship the economy is going through. But our target
Mhm.
audience were very clear to me. The message was maybe it was not
For
presented
the
with some
rural
level
local
of
women.
empathy. Maybe the message lacks some measure of emotional intelligence. Those are the argument. The timing, the tone of the something
No,
like
did
I
you
see
see the
reflect.
full? Did you see the full interview?
I look for it. I couldn't find it in a way, but from what
Uh-huh.
I've seen,
So,
it's like people aranka when aranka Gaza. That's the truth. People are on the edge, and maybe rightly so. But from my perspective as a business analyst, I know
mm.
those kind of cottage industry. 50,000 is, I mean, you know, is good. And I can tell you,
No,
Kuli Kuli sell. I can tell you here, um, I know the way people are consuming when they see Kuli Kuli here, it was like they are hitting good. And I know
yes.
somebody that's bringing Kuli Kuli, and I know how long it takes to sell off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know a lot of private arrangement people are making. A lot of Kuli Kuli is shipped to abroad from Nigeria. But this thing are informally done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a case of somebody is exporting it directly like that. It's a case of somebody is just, I mean, like if you know somebody coming here and you send maybe some packets of kuli kuli to me,
Mm-hmm.
it may not go through official record.
I remember some years ago in Abu Dhabi, virtually every two weeks, we will go and buy gari, buy
Mhm.
granite. It's not as if I don't know whether those people even have granite there, but the Nigerian granite, the Nigerian kuli kuli, when you see it, you just automatically light up, you know.
Mhm.
If it
So
got to a point
it seems
whereby
I was even trying to see whether I still have the remnant of kuli kuli here, whether to show you. But and to also accuse you why you are not sending kuli kuli to me. So because of people, some Afan Ferry are sending kuli kuli to me, but you are not sending. It seems I've
oh,
exhausted
can
it.
you imagine?
Can you imagine? Even
I hope
Michael has
that.
once sent kuli to me from Abuja.
Wow, that's
Uh-huh.
nice.
So they
That is
go
nice.
and look for kuli and said to me before the summer
Okay.
is finished. The
All
spicy
right.
one. So,
The same thing. This kilishi from Kano, people are sending it abroad.
they don't allow it, they
But
don't accept it in Canada any longer.
eh,
They don't allow people to bring in kilishi again.
okay, okay.
Yeah, it has been banned.
So initially people talk about gari as the food for the common people, but nowadays when you go to Jendo or you go to some of the superstores that are here in Lagos, you find out that the way it is packaged, you will forget about the fact that it is gari. It is now big business. In fact, me and my MD, we went to the store I think about 2 weeks ago, and we're seeing virtually all those local things that you did not count as anything. They are being packaged, they become beautiful. I said, this is really good. I'm impressed. You
Yeah.
see, cocoa. I mean, even cocoa. You remember Ekiti? Is it brown cocoa? I mean, what do they call it? Cocoa pupa.
Yeah.
It's fried now. That the chips packaged beautifully in the store.
Good. Most of
I
those
guess.
will find their way abroad.
Yeah.
So
So
many
I'm
of us who
guessing
still
that
want to
most
eat
people do not even
Nigerian food.
understand
So
the implication of those things. There are some people that are frying akara. The whole of their business is probably not even up to 50,000 naira. Or people selling
that's
and
what I'm
hawking on
saying.
the street or in the open
That's what I'm
market.
saying.
The whole of their
But they,
business is not probably up to 50,000. So if they're already established in that business, they already have the experience. So somebody gives them a grant, which is not,
a
they don't have to
boost.
pay back. It's a blessing.
Some,
Imagine
yeah,
if
it
you
is.
give that to 20% of the people in that in that kind of cottage business across the country. You've probably, that might even lift them out of poverty.
What?
Some of
That's
the things
subject to
that I
academic
witnessed.
exercise. What is level of
Yes,
power? Because if you are, the rate of turnover and all that, then
yes,
this
those
is for
people are probably
subsistence.
making 50% profit. Sir, you know that there are some
You
people
can make
that
50,
that's what
even
they are
you make
using to
50.
feed their family.
Okay, let's calculate it. You are
Okay.
giving 100,000 grants and you make 50% profit. That's 50,000. So
Yes.
if you are richer by 150,000, you are already out of poverty.
No, that's not what I'm
150,000 does
saying.
not even buy Okada now.
It
It will
doesn't
make
probably
their life a little better,
probably doesn't
no
even
doubt.
buy the headlight of an Okada. But what I'm saying in essence is
It
this.
will make their
So
life
when I'm
better, but it will
talking,
not take them out of poverty.
okay, what I'm talking about poverty, I'm saying people that have less than $2 per day. That's what I'm saying. You see, what I
It doesn't
witnessed in
take them
India.
substantially out of that. It doesn't take them out of that substantially. Look, if you want us to go to nitty-gritty, because it's a grant,
Yes.
it will help. It will
Yes.
help, but it will not. You will not be so much out of the subsistence living. For example, you give 100,000 to somebody who's Friakara who has 4 or 6 children, and maybe the father is not responsible, the husband is not responsible. So he will feel a bit better, but it's not out of the wood completely. And
But
that is
I'm
why some
also.
people are angry that, okay, if you give, which is not is a target, that if you give a graduate who has no job 100,000 to go and start a kakara business, where would that take him or her?
No, I'm
And that
looking
was
at
not
people
our
who are
target.
already
That
in
was
the
not the people
business.
he was targeting.
Yes,
That
I
was
know. I understand. But also we know also that the fact that some people would criticize the government, the president's wife, regardless of what she says, whether she meant well or whether regardless. See, what I'm saying is, this is my perspective. I'm looking at those women whom that's their business. Okay, they've been doing that business, and I'm not talking about the average person with 6 children with a husband that is useless.
Why
Okay,
not? They
it's
can
not.
be part of them. You can't exploit them. That's the
Of
reality.
course, of course, that's the reality. But the truth is also the fact that I do not believe that. Anyway, let's not go there. I wanted to say that if somebody have a, somebody does not, you have a, you have a business that is value at 100,000 naira. Why do you have 6 kids? Well, it's
It's God's
deeper
gift.
than
It's
that.
the
So,
gift of God. Children are gift of God.
okay, village
Are they not?
well, they are gift of God, but it's not necessarily that it's God that says somebody should have children that they cannot, more than they can care for. I think there should be moderation in
You are
this.
dragging us to another thing. This is out of syllabus.
Exactly. I do not want us to go there, but you are dragging me there.
It's you that you are dragging.
I agree that it is absolutely outside of our syllabus, as it were. But at the same time, I want to also believe that there is some level of positivity in the gesture. You know, I mean, I am aware that there are a lot of uh, soft loan that is being given out, even though those people might not come out to say it. We know as we did, people will not come and say, "Oh, we actually that I benefited from it." Even though I've seen some videos where some people said they benefited from it. There's a guy who said he's a Akara Abuja or something, who said he was the beneficiary of the
The grant.
Tinubu's wife. Yes, and he has gone to, probably gone PLC. Based on what I saw, he's gone to packaging and all of those kind of things. So, and I'm looking at a situation whereby people are forward in their thinking, that it is okay to start small, as long as you can grow, you can
You
increase.
can scale. You
Yeah,
can scale up.
yeah, you can scale up. So the Bible said, do not despise the days of little beginning. What is wrong is starting small, or what is wrong is supporting somebody who is starting small, who already started. So this person is not looking for customer again. He's not looking for a place to set up. He's not looking for training. This person is already started. He's already with his own effort. He's already started with his small hand. So we should not discourage people who are supporting them. Anyway, that's my own take on that.
All right. Thank you for the sermon.
Okay, so finally, I want us to talk about this padding. I've been hearing about padding. Somebody shared a video where this guy, Rufai of Arise, was seriously blasting, and everybody was saying, there's so much corruption. They're talking about an 8 billion naira, where government parastatals, where they put some money about to construct road in a ministry that is supposed to be focusing on agriculture or husbandry and stuff like that, but they put money to fix road. They say in fact, recently I heard that there was a road in Ekiti that was built by the money that was appropriated to some kind of ministry that has nothing to do with Ekiti. I don't know if you have read about that or heard anything about it.
Well, but I specifically, I've come across this, but budget padding did not start today. It has always been there. I'm not sure whether I've written about it in the past, but it's something I've spoken about in the past. So it's not something new. That doesn't make it right, but it's something that no, because um, even from those who are doing overseeing function, the National Assembly, and I've been generously documented that they encourage padding, and they actually made padding part of, because what we learn when the ministry come to defend, that a lot of people have cried out. They asked them to add their own portion into the budget, so which is for the legislators. So budget padding is almost as good as humanity, as old as humanity rather. So it's not
So,
new.
but yes, I hear you, sir. It's not new, but there's something particular that I've been thinking about, and it is the fact that, you know, every senator, for instance, or assembly member is supposed to carry out, is expected to carry out so-called, projects
Constituency
in their
projects. Constituency
consistency
projects.
projects. Yes.
That is
So,
it's a pipe for corruption.
so I hear
That's a
what they
constituency.
do is
Is
that.
this not one of the constituency project money that Dino like use it to buy all those cars? I
Well,
hope he will not sue you.
I was going to
Now, question I ask. This one is opinion sharer.
allegedly.
But let him account for the money for those cars now, for those luxuries. Which
Of
he
course.
doesn't, he's not known to have done any business now.
Mm.
Does he have a factory? Does he have an established business?
So yeah, so I've been reading about it, and I'm thinking that, okay, if they say, for instance, if I'm a senator representing my constituency in Ekiti, all right, and maybe I do not have enough constituency money, for projects,
How will you not
and then
have?
I'm just saying allegedly. I mean, assuming, and I'm not supporting them. I'm not supporting them. It's just for the purpose of discussion, And then a ministry for fishery, or a ministry for, let's say, for presidential, whatever, And I'm able to slot in a project to repair the road in my village, I'm assuming this is what these people have been doing, So how is it that has been going on like this, over the years, and nobody is doing anything about it? Even though I know that it's not new, that it's not new, many people know that it's not new, but it's currently trending in the last few weeks.
Nigeria will always create noise, and that's why it will end sometimes. It is happening. It has been
We
happening
make
because
news.
there is lack of accountability. We don't hold people accountable. We see even a local councillor, local government, who will be borrowing money to pay Okada before winning an election, and in 6 months he's riding in cover, he's building houses, and nobody asks questions. So they be sharing money, they be doing all these things. So, but nobody's holding them accountable. So that's why it continues. If you are doing something and nobody's asking you a question, and the thing is benefiting you, would you continue? Right?
I
You
guess
see, you don't think somebody will just be reasonable to say, no, this money where I don't thief, don't do, I know the thief again. Have you ever seen that something like that before? So until we have a system that keep
Yoruba
people
people say, "Oh, kintolowo."
so because people are not held accountable, there is no stewardship. That's why this is thriving. Yes, whatever they have unearthed, it may be good. If they can take it to a logical conclusion and see that, okay, accountability is achieved at the end of the day, we will clap for them. But if it is just we make sensational news for 1 or 2 weeks and we jump onto another issue, where are we
No
heading
time.
So we don't sustain campaign for these things. We don't hold public officials accountable. So that's simply thing we need to do.
Okay, I think we will stop it from here today. I was thinking that we just spent 30 to 40 minutes. It's been 50 minutes now, so I think we can close it for the day. So, is there maybe a concluding word or message you would have?
Well, we keep on talking about issues, we keep on finding solutions, we keep on praying that we have we got to a point that we started building institutions and systems that keep people accountable, that creates stewardship. So we pray together.
Amen. All right, thank you. It's opinion sharers. Today we talked about some of the issues that are trending in Nigeria in the past weeks. We invite you to join us if you would like to, if you like to be heard. Like we like to talk about things that are happening in our our beloved country. So if you would like to participate, please do not hesitate to send a message to any one of us. Thank you. It's almost 6 p.m. Nigerian time now, so we are here. Normally 6 p.m. 5 p.m. every Friday. On days that we can be here, on days that we are all
Every
busy.
Saturday, not Friday.
Oh, every Saturday. Pardon me. So every Saturday we come and talk about Nigeria, talk about issues that are trending or whatever that concerns Nigerians, whether home or abroad. So thank you very much for joining us today. We ask that you please help us share the link if it comes to your feed. Thank you very much. We will see you again next week by God's grace. Bye bye from all of us.
Bye bye.